Good morning, South Florence. Please stand with me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, South Florence. My name is Amelia Sprouls.
Good morning, South Florence. My name is Ethan Cooper. The Gamers Club is a club that celebrates games in all their forms. We enjoy playing and sharing games of all types, whether they be board, card, or other. In the past, we have held tournaments for different games and hope to continue to do so in the future. We meet Thursdays. Any interested students should contact Mr. Coyne at dcoyne@fsd1.org.
Sophomores, March 1st is the deadline to order your class ring. Jostin's representatives are on site at South Florence last week to answer student questions and show examples of class rings. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Nero.
Senior cap and gown pictures will be this Friday, February 26th in the auditorium. Please sign up for a time outside room 119. All seniors must have this picture taken to be included in the end of the year video presentation presented at graduation. If you do not get your picture taken, you will not be included in the video. You do not need to purchase the pictures. Just have your pictures taken on this date through the school.
The South Florence academic team ended its season undefeated with a record of 6 wins and no losses. Coaches are Miss Heather Gaston and Mr. Joel Bibler.
Can't swim, throw a ball, run fast, don't own a pair of athletic shoes? No worries, we're here for you. FCA Fellowship of Christian Athletes meets every Friday in the auditorium at 8 a.m. We hear a good word of encouragement and grab a snack to go. This week's speaker is Miss Betty Hunt from the Locker Hall. Don't miss out.
Beta Club is doing a coin drive to help support our very own Mr. Noble and his son Henry, who has to travel to California for an extensive ear surgery in May. We need our student body's help in supporting Mr. Noble and his family on this journey. Beta Club members will sit at the back of the cafeteria at all 4 lunches to collect donations. The coin drive will run until April 1st. Let's help support the Bruin family.
The National English Honor Society is hosting a book drive from March 1st through March 5th. Please bring books to Ms. Franco, Ms. Helton, or Ms. Finkley.
Superintendent of Education Molly Spearman announced the 2 South Carolina high school student delegates for the 59th Annual United States Senate Youth Program that will be held March 14th through the 18th, 2021. The delegates selected to represent South Carolina are Alex Blocker from Irmo High School and our very own Hamilton Sprouls from South Florence High School. Congratulations, Hamilton. Way to represent South Carolina in our own South Florence High School.
The last day to buy a yearbook is March 1st. Make sure you pre-order your book. We will not be ordering extras.
Attention all Spanish Club members. Spanish Club will meet on Thursday, February 25th at 3:40 in room 242. This will be an A day, but all B day and virtual students, please come join.
An HBCU is a historically black college or university. Wilson High School will be hosting a virtual college fair with representatives from many of these schools. They share information about their institution and why it might be a good fit for our students. Please sign up in guidance or email Mr. Dupree if you are interested. Be quick because space is limited.
District 1 Vocal Star opens for submissions February 1st. This year, participation is free and is open to all K-12 students. Teachers, staff, and administrators can also compete this year. See full details about the competition and the awards.
Preliminary graduation plans have been announced for the graduating class of 2021. Graduation will take place inside the Florence Center on Saturday, June 12th at 10 a.m. Each graduate will receive 4 guest tickets for pre-assigned socially distanced seating. Should Florence Center regulations change, ticket allocations will be adjusted appropriately. We look forward to celebrating with our seniors in June.
Due to safety restrictions, Florence 1 high schools are not planning to host a school prom at this time. Should COVID guidelines change, they will reevaluate and plan accordingly.
Mu Alpha Theta, South Florence's honor society for mathematics, is now accepting applications. If you are a junior or senior interested in joining this prestigious group of mathematicians, please go to Ms. Bibler's South Florence teacher page for more details and to fill out the online application. Applications are being accepted now and are due by February 26th. Email Ms. Bibler if you have any questions.
Governor school applications have been extended until March 29th. If you have any questions, please contact Charmaine Ray in the guidance office.
Bruins for Christ is a student-led morning devotion held each Thursday. Start your morning with an uplifting message and a Google Meet with friends. The code is sent out via email each Thursday morning at 7:45 and the meet begins at 8 a.m.
The SAT and ACT are being administered to South Florence students at no charge in March and April. Students may take one test free of charge, either the ACT or the SAT, during school hours on the assigned day. All students in their 3rd year of high school were sent a Google form titled the ACT-SAT Selection. Using the form, students are to make their selection for taking either the ACT or the SAT. These exams must be taken on campus, and virtual students are encouraged to participate in this opportunity. The ACT will be administered March 23rd, and the SAT will be administered April 13th. Please make sure that you complete this form indicating which test you would like to take. Students may only take one test during this testing administration. Please contact John Gaston should you have any questions.
Seniors, if you have not purchased your cap and gown, you need to do so ASAP. June will be here before you know it, and we want all of our graduating seniors to celebrate with us. Please reach out to Ms. Nero if you need assistance.
The nurses are actively tracking all COVID-related cases in the nurse's office for all South Florence High School students and staff. If you are not feeling well or have any questions, please reach out to us. As a reminder, we need to know if 1. You are being tested for COVID-19 for any reason, 2. You have been exposed to someone who is COVID positive, or 3. You have COVID-19 yourself. You can call them at 843-758-6477 or email them at hope.camper@fsd1.org and bwaller@fsd1.org.
Senior class will be selling snacks in the Commons area next week each day during all lunches. We will be selling chips, honey buns, candy, and more. Everything is $1.
Hello, my name is Richard Podmore with the South Carolina Department of Education Office of Transportation. Many of you ride the school bus to and from school every day. Some of you may ride an activity bus for sports or music activities, or maybe you only ride a school bus or activity bus for an occasional field trip. Although the need for a bus evacuation is rare, that doesn't mean we shouldn't be prepared for the possibility. If you have ever flown on a commercial airplane or been on a cruise ship, you know that passengers are given instructions on what to do in an emergency and how to evacuate if needed. For most breakdowns or fender benders, it is usually safer to remain on the bus. However, there are some situations where you may be safer leaving the bus and moving to a more secure location. Some examples of this can be if the bus becomes disabled in the roadway over the crest of a hill, in a blind curve, in heavy fog where visibility is restricted, or on railroad tracks. Other, less likely situations include danger from fire, smoke, gas or toxic fumes, or danger of rolling over or being submerged in water. The first thing you will want to do when you board any bus is to always make note of where all of the emergency exits are located. Of course, the front service doors are our preferred emergency exit because of the steps and handrail, but that's the way we're all used to getting off the bus. However, that exit may be blocked, damaged, or unsafe to use. All emergency exits should be clearly labeled, and typically there are one or more emergency exit windows on each side of the bus, one or more emergency exit doors, and 2 overhead emergency roof hatch exits. Most buses have an emergency rear door in the rear of the bus. But if the engine is in the rear of the bus, there will be an emergency exit window in the rear and one or more emergency door exits on the sides. The most important thing you can do as a passenger in an emergency is to remain calm and quiet so that you and other students on the bus can hear and follow the evacuation instructions of the bus driver.
Okay, I need everybody's attention, please. We're going to evacuate this bus.
The bus driver will tell you which emergency exit will be used for evacuating the bus based on the unique circumstances of the emergency. For example, if there is smoke or fire at the front of the bus, or if there's another vehicle or object blocking the front service door, you will likely be instructed to exit through a rear emergency door. Likewise, if a vehicle has collided with the rear of the bus, you will probably exit through the front service door. When evacuating the bus, it's important to leave book bags, musical instruments, athletic equipment, and other large, bulky objects in your seat, not in the aisle or in front of emergency exits. These items can trip other students, obstruct walking paths and exits, and slow down the evacuation of all passengers. Remember, any of these items, including cell phones, tablets, and other electronic devices, can be replaced. You are the most important thing on the bus, and evacuating you safely is our first priority. The bus driver will determine the safest exit to use and provide directions for evacuation. The fastest way to evacuate a bus is for all students to remain seated and stand up seat by seat at the driver's direction and proceed to the prescribed emergency exit. The bus aisles are narrow, and if all students stand up at once to try to exit, the resulting congestion will only slow down the evacuation. The driver will also often stand in the bus aisle moving from seat to seat when evacuating passengers, so remaining in your seat until called on to exit will ensure a clear pathway for the driver and evacuating passengers.
You two are the first ones off. I want you to head right over to our assembly location. Everyone else, you're going to follow right down the aisleway and head right out over to where Jeremy and Joshua are, and you're going to wait for me, okay? All right. Gentlemen, go right ahead.
If you are instructed to exit through the front service door, always use the handrail and take one step at a time. Don't run, push, or skip steps on your way out. If you need to use one of the emergency exit doors, always sit first on the floor of the bus and scoot out at the exit to the ground. Jumping, squatting, or hopping out of an emergency exit door can cause injuries. Also, the driver may enlist student helpers to exit the bus first, one to lead students to a safe assembly location, and another to position themselves to assist the remaining students as they exit the bus. Once you have safely exited the bus, you must remain off the bus. It is important that you go to the assembly location given to you by the driver when the evacuation was announced. All passengers must be accounted for, and any injuries need to be identified so that first aid can be given. The driver will choose an assembly location at least 100 feet away from the bus, out of harm's way. Once the driver has evacuated all passengers, he or she will walk the bus a final time from end to end to ensure no one is left on board. After exiting, the driver will join the assembled group and give further instructions. It is important that you stay with the group and not leave the scene until given permission by school district officials or emergency personnel, even if a parent or guardian arrives. Look around to make sure you see the students that were sitting near you before the evacuation and notify the driver if you think someone is missing. Being prepared to evacuate the school bus in a dangerous situation can save your life. Remember to always check for emergency exit locations on each type of bus you ride and follow the driver's directions when evacuating. Think about what you would do if the driver is unable to assist you in evacuating. How would you exit the bus safely, and where would you go? We hope this video has prepared you, and we've enjoyed spending a few moments with you today. Safe travels.